I wasn't raised with abuse. I was raised with a respect. Abuse is when somebody just beats you for nothing every time he see you. I was raised with respect. You do this, you gonna get your ass beat. I knew I could get away with this person, but I can't get away with this with my daddy. The stuff you do, you know you gonna get an ass whooping when you get home. Period. It ain't no abuse. It's you fucked up. Now you about to get fucked up. It wasn't no abuse. It's abuse when he beating your ass and feel like abuse. But no, it's respect.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you see the clip, man. Boosie got a point. Could be hypocritical, whatever, but Boosie got a point. Um, I think about this like in society where we talk about responsibility, accountability, consequences, but that goes back to parenting and it goes back to types of parenting. And what I see is, he's saying when he was younger, he knew if I do this, if I do this and I then this is gonna happen. And now we live in a society where people go, it looks to me that you have young kids believing, oh, I could just do whatever, and there's no way I'm getting my ass whipped for this. And I'm like, I think that's a problem because now we're looking at uh, discipline as abuse, or as he said, respect as abuse. Like now, because you're starting to see young adults and adults play this role where they do stuff out of pocket as adults, and they go to playing stupid, like, ain't nothing supposed to happen. What I say? And you gotta rewind the tape some in their life to go, oh, you was raised that you could be a scumbag and with no consequence. Well, that's not how life works. Now, the issue becomes, when people talk about accountability and responsibility, uh, there were things we were taught. You can't talk to people. So, for one, you can't talk to people disrespectfully and not expect consequences. You can't manipulate people and not expect consequences. You can't finesse a situation and not expect consequences. You can't lie, cheat, and steal and not expect consequences. You knew you knew at that age, like, yeah, I want to do this, but I'm gonna tell you, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I hope I don't get caught, but if I get caught, I'm definitely gonna get in trouble for this. But now you're having people who are who think like a menace, but also at the same time think like a victim. It's like, oh yeah, I could do whatever I want to you, but how dare you respond in that type of way? It's like, wait, what? What are we doing here? Because now, like I said, discipline has become abuse. You can't, these kids are Rick James. They habitual line steppers, and you want to have a conversation with a habitual line stepper that you raised to be a habitual line stepper, which got me thinking to myself, some of y'all, were coddled and babied because y'all was the person who was supposed to get whippings, who was supposed to get smacked upside your head, who was supposed to get beat up, and somebody always came to your little spoiled rescue. Or some of y'all were bad kids and took, because you got a lot of weapons, because you got a lot of weapons because you was out of pocket and hard headed, you equated that to abuse, but you skipped over that you was, a knucklehead. You was breaking all the rules. You was being disrespectful. You was a bad kid. But as a parent, I will never, ever in my life put my hands on my child like you did to me. Like, you mean when you kept getting caught lying and stealing? It doesn't matter what I did. Okay, so when your kid going around here lying and stealing, you gonna keep having a conversation with him, huh? Uh-huh. So how come you know from all your lying and stealing that somebody gonna put hands on you, but your kid don't know from all their lying and stealing that somebody gonna put hands on them? The common denominator is you. You know. So then, like he said, discipline versus respect. Um, Sometimes I wonder, like, what world do you think you sending your kids out into? You get what I'm saying? What world do you think they're gonna go live in? Oh, you can just do whatever you want. Does it? You can say whatever you want to say to whoever. You can do whatever you want to do, and you can just the world is your oyster to go about it the way you see fit, and nothing is gonna ever happen if you choose to do the wrong things or say the wrong things or put yourself in the wrong place. You're just always it's always going to be a happy ending for your disrespectful behavior. I'm like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? All these people trying to spin abuse versus discipline, and somehow, and to me, it's sociopathic. Because if you enable somebody to continuously do the wrong thing, you taught them from whatever small age to do the wrong thing. Like I saw something on, I don't know, Instagram, Facebook, one of them. It was a guy holding a newborn, like a little girl. He's smoking a blunt. He's giving a newborn a blunt. And people in the comment section saying child protective services. Me personally, I'm thinking that ain't the kid daddy. I'm thinking that dude, whether it's the grandparents or parents, who other side of the family, even the mother side of the family, whoever saw that video, they gonna hurt that dude. And all he gonna go, giving a baby weed is fun. Okay, okay. Kicking you with steel toe boots is fine too. I mean, consequences, buddy. Because when people don't learn respect at a young age and learn consequences at a young age, they decide that they can take their disrespect out into the world, and whoever raised them didn't tell them that, oh, like, this stuff that you've been doing. Well, there's a lot of people in the world who not gonna put up with that. They're not. So even though I raised you to think that somebody confronting you about your bad behavior is toxic and abusive, you going out into the world with bad behavior is actually toxic and could be abusive. So while you're thinking that, consequences of bullying, you being, scot-free to be a jerk is actually the worst part of the situation. But hey, man, that's just my point of view, my opinion. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.